listen, every free program that you've ever loved eventually turned on you and betrayed you. You download it because it's clean, it works, it's free, and then one day it's got ads, and then a toolbar that you don't remember installing, and then it's nagging you to upgrade, or it got bought by some antivirus company, or it's quietly mining crypto in the background off of your electricity bill. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Every single time, that's the deal, right? Nothing good seems to be able to stay free, except for one. There's one piece of software that's been on basically every computer on Earth for 25 years, and it never did a single one of those things. There were no ads, no spyware, and really no catch. And the reason comes down to one French guy who got offered serious money, reportedly in the millions, to sell you out. And he said no. And when you hear how he explains it, you'll get why this video is called what it is. Because in his words, money restricts you. Take enough of it, and it makes you a slave to your work. And then, what was the point even? Let me tell you about VLC. And yes, it's the traffic cone, that little orange cone that you've had on every laptop, desktop since middle school, and you never once really thought about it. You probably have it installed right now. If you do, leave a like on the video. I love all my VLC friends. I bet you can't tell me who makes it, how it stays alive, or why. In 25 years, it's never asked you or me for a single dollar. That is the story, because the answer is really kind of insane. And it's the exact opposite of how everything else on your computer actually works. Now, to get why VLC is special, you've got to remember what happens to everything else. So let's take a walk through the software graveyard, shall we? CC Cleaner. Now, everybody had CC Cleaner. It cleaned up your PC. It was totally free. It ran great. And then, the year of 2017, an antivirus company called Avast bought it. You guys may remember Avast. And within 2 months, it got hit by a malware attack that infected over 2 million people. And then came the ads. The nag screens, a thing that started running in the background, whether you asked for it or not. Today, everyone on the internet tells you, please don't install this. For the love of God, don't install that on your computer. What about uTorrent? It's the exact same move. The little torrent app that everybody used, myself included, loaded up with ads and bundled junk. And at one point, it literally shipped a crypto miner that used your computer to make somebody else money. Winamp, I mean, gosh, I miss Winamp. The MP3 player that really whipped the llamas, whatever, got sold off and slowly died. And what about WinRAR? I mean, I made an entire video on this channel about WinRAR. You'd know that if you were subscribed. The free trial that has never once ended in the recorded history of computing. It just guilt trips you until you're dead. We love that. You see the pattern there? Somebody makes a good thing. Usually it's out of love. It gets popular. Then money shows up. Somebody buys it, or the owner wakes up and realizes, wait a second, I'm sitting on millions of users. And then they turn the thing that you loved into a freaking billboard. You've been trained your whole life to just expect it. Now, to you and me, free just means not screwing you. Now let's talk about VLC. VLC has been downloaded over 6 billion times, and I'm talking billion with a B, baby. It plays every video and audio format that has ever existed in human history. You throw a broken file at it that nothing else will touch, and VLC, for some reason, just plays it. There's no codec packs you gotta download, no drama, and it's been doing that since 2001. And in 25 years, it has never once shown you an ad. It's never tracked you. It's never bundled a toolbar. It's never charged you a cent. And the fact that it plays everything is the entire reason that it took over. And the founder, the VLC, Kempf, has said it was almost an accident, because back then, if you'll remember, getting a video to actually play meant you had to install like a sketchy codec pack, and half of them were chock full of malware, and each one would break the last one that you installed. It was a mess. VLC literally just baked it all in and played everything the second that you opened it. They didn't plan it as some like killer feature or anything. It just worked, and because of that, word spread. And here's where it came from. The origin story is actually pretty crazy, because in 1996, a group of students at an engineering school in Paris just wanted to watch TV on the campus computers. That's the entire reason this exists.
The VLN project is a project that was started by students. Every computer from the students were managed by a team of students and not by the university, which is a bit unusual. And this group group of people are actually the people who started the VLC project.
And the logo, the traffic cone, is not like some clever design, by the way. It's a pile of actual traffic cones that students stole off the street walking home from parties and kept in their lab. They drew one of them, and the doodle is now the icon that's on 6 billion devices. The VLC guys loved stealing traffic cones. It's really kind of poetic, isn't it?
The logo of VLC is so iconic, right? Like, we are a team with a small number of people, and the icon is known everywhere. I go to middle of nowhere in India or in China, people know the cone, right?
So how did this thing actually stay clean for 25 years while everything else around it basically caved? Well, I'll tell you right now, it wasn't luck. People did try. The guy who runs it, Jean-Baptiste, has flat out said that he got real offers, and some of those were in the millions. Some, he says, were even in the tens of millions to put ads in VLC and to bundle spyware toolbars. And everyone's favorite, to change your default search engine. Remember that? We love that type of malware. That's the exact playbook that ruined everything in the graveyard that we talked about. He said no every single time. What an absolute Chad.
Keeping VLC free is obvious, and without ads seems obvious. It's a no-brainer for me. I know people are focusing a lot on that part, but for me, it's just the way it should be.
There's even this moment in 2011 where Apple pulled VLC off the iPhone App Store over a, quote, licensing fight. Classic Apple. And instead of quietly bending their own rules to stay in the store, VLC said, you know what? F it. Let it get pulled. They'd rather walk away from every iPhone on the planet than break the open source promise that the entire thing was built on. Again, what Chads? Incredible Chad move. All right, real quick, it's time for an ad. And it's the exact same idea as everything I just told you because I try to run my company the same way. Now, most pre-built PC companies sell you a big black box, cheap parts, and a pile of RGB to distract little Timmy, and the second that it breaks, you get 90 days of email support and a shrug. Now, I built METAPCs to be the opposite of that, and our reviews reflect it. This is the Night Reaper V6. It's got a Ryzen 7 9850X3D, an RTX 5080, 64 gigs of DDR5, a 2 terabyte Kingston drive, and our own 360 liquid cooler, keeping it ice cold. And it's all in a custom printed case that you can't get anywhere else. It runs 1440p high refresh and clears 4K in most modern games. And we built it on the AM5 socket on purpose so that you can drop a new chip in 3 years from now instead of buying an entirely new machine. But here's the part that matters, and it's exactly why it belongs in this video. Every single METAPC comes with lifetime support. Not 90 days, not 180, lifetime. And we have real techs that are based here in Arizona. The same people who built your PC will actually pick up the phone if a Windows update nukes your PC. We help you fix it or roll it back. Diagnostics, software maintenance for as long as you own the thing. They're built in the USA by gamers. They're burn-in tested. They're shipped double box the next business day with financing if you want. The Night Reaper V6 is up right now at metapcs.com. All right, now let's get back to the actual question. So why? Why would a person turn down tens of millions of dollars? It's a great question.
And when you see the numbers they propose you, you're just like, how the f am I going to say no to that?
Well, Kemp's answer is kind of this entire video. In an interview, he put it about as plainly as it gets. Money, he said, can restrict you. And if it turns you into a slave to your work, what good is that?
Money is a jail. You need to have, of course, you need a decent amount of money, right? But like you're programming, you're a developer in one of the most active industries. There is virtually almost no unemployment.
And you know what? His logic underneath that is dead simple. Because the second you take money, you owe somebody. If you take an ad deal, now you answer to your advertisers. If you take a buyout, now you answer to a parent company with a spreadsheet. That's why my company has no outside investors, loans, capital. I don't want to answer to anybody. If you take an investment, now you answer to people who want their money back, and they don't just want it back, they want it back with interest. And the only way to pay any of them is to start squeezing users. That's how CC Cleaner happened. That's how all of it happened. The money can look like freedom, and really it ends up just being a cage. So VLC just flat out didn't. It's run by a nonprofit.
So the nonprofit has no money, and we have no employees.
It survives on donations, and a lot of it comes from big companies that quietly depend on it. Plus the consulting that the developers do on the side. I mean, it's not trying to be a billion-dollar company. It's trying to be a good piece of software, and because it never took the money, there's nobody that it has to betray you for. Now, in that same interview, Kempf said the line that really stuck with me. They have no marketing department, no management team deciding what to cram down your throat. In his words, they do it with no interest in making a profit so people can trust them. 25 years later, baby, that bet paid off. You do trust it. You just never really knew why. So here's where I land on this whole thing. Check it out. There's one piece of software on your computer right now that has never lied to you. It's never sold you out. It never got worse after an update because an executive needed a bigger number for a meeting. It's the free one. It's the one made by students who stole traffic cones and run by the guy who thinks that getting rich is a trap. Now, name me one other program that you've trusted for 25 years straight. Go ahead and take your time. I'm waiting. I've got Space Cadet Pinball running. I've got all the time in the world. You can't, because there isn't one. There's the cone. That's the whole list. The freaking cone. And the reason there's only one isn't that VLC got lucky. It's that everybody else looked at the money and they saw freedom. And then one French guy looked at the exact same money and saw a gel cell almost. And 25 years later, he's the only one who never had to apologize to you.
On the other side of the planet, when I got my VLC t-shirt and people on the street stopped me and said, "Oh, you're doing VLC? It's amazing." And that's great because you feel that you're doing something that is helping people.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, throw a like on, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you, and make sure you subscribe. As always, we'll see you next time.
More money would be fun, but most of the people I know who have more money are annoying. And if it's to be slave to your life, it's useless.